Get him out of here.
I can't sleep on that couch, man.
Well, I can't sleep. Period.
You can't sleep?
Fuck no. Would you?
No, I can't fall asleep, man. I'm wired.
With all this shit that's happening?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think that'd be the last thing I could do. At least give me a good night's sleep, but... Oh, I forgot to tell you. My dad called.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He wants to have dinner with me tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you should do it.
I know, but I'm just thinking that it's going to be the same shit it's always been, here I am at rock bottom, and I'm going to get, the fake sincere, the delightful sense of insincerity of helping when it's actually doing nothing of the sort. It's actually, veiling that feigned disappointment.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I want to go through that bullshit again, it's...
Well, maybe if you stand up to him this time, maybe he'll surprise you.
I just don't know if he's capable of change. So what's that gonna do except just make me all angry and all pissed off, and it's just like hit my head against the wall again. It's just too tiring, man. It's just too tiring. I can't do it.
I think, this time you just need to stand up to him. You can't be the same old Rick. You gotta just take a stand, and I think at this age you might have a shot at him reacting differently. Maybe he's at that twilight stage of his life where he's looking for redemption, and if you stand up to him and you're strong, he'll react differently, maybe.
Yeah, you might be right, but man, I'll tell you, I don't know. I just can't think about it anymore. I can't talk about it. I just don't want to think about anything at the moment. I just want to say fuck it, see what happens tomorrow. So, if you don't mind, man, I just want to.
All right, we'll try to get some sleep, but I think you should try and stand up to him.
Yep, or something.
Well.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad. Where'd you get that? Are you growing something?
Yeah, just how to change my look, do something different. No big deal.
Why not? Maybe you need to change something. I mean, I didn't mean to say that.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
You're losing weight? Gaining weight?
Yeah, no, I've definitely lost weight. I mean, every time you see me, I've lost weight. I'm sure I've lost 20, 30, 40 pounds. Absolutely. You got it.
You look good.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing all right. I mean, drank a little too much last night, but,
Sure, of course, I remember.
You don't drink, do you?
Nope, not really. It's like I always said, if I knew how many years of drinking I had in me, I would have spread it out more. Did it all in that compacted space, a long time ago. No more.
I remember when I used to call you a fagula.
Yeah, I do too. I remember that. That was a nice thing to say.
You don't have any more of that look. I don't know what you look. I don't know who you are now.
What look? You saying you called me that years ago because you thought I looked like one? I mean, what was up with that?
The hair.
The hair. Everyone had hair like that.
Look at the hair. My God.
What's wrong with it now?
Look at the gold. My God. What is it with you with the gold?
Are you
still driving that camper?
I'm glad you brought that up. No, I'm not driving the camper, if you must know. Well, actually, let me ask you this. Would you rather hear what's really going on, or you want me to tell you something else, a different story? You want to hear the truth?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I mean, you know why I came down here, right? what my purpose, why I quit my job, why I'm here, what my motivation was. Well, I don't know if you'd be glad to hear this or not, but there's been a few interesting developments in my life. The camper, that I bought, stolen. No job, no camper. So I don't know if that's something that you like, dislike, or expected. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure how that would work with you.
Schmuck.
Yeah.
What a schmuck. Jesus.
Well,
when are you going to grow up?
What does that mean? I am grown up. I've done a lot of things. I don't think I have to constantly justify my resume to you or anybody else. There's a lot of things I've done in my life that are good. There's been a lot of bad things that have happened. Same with you, same with anyone else.
Never have I had one bad day. Maybe today might be my first bad day. What's with the camper? How did you?
People get things stolen from them.
How? I want to know what happened.
I was trying to sell it to get some money, right? Because I don't like to ask you or anyone else for money. I'm independent, part of being grown up. So he asked to take it for a spin, kind of a normal thing.
There we go. I know. Yeah. I know why. I see the whole thing now. Jesus Lord.
What whole thing? Come on, tell me. I pretty much know what you're thinking, but why don't you just say it? Just
the way you cuddle up, the way you hang, the way you talk on the phone is another human being, another individual. I mean, I know you need money, don't you?
Well,
every time we talk on the phone, it's like everything is terrific, wonderful, everything is great. Boy, you give me a resume, you give me your word. You give me all these things that you're doing and the money you're making. You're wearing gold. Look at that sweater you're wearing.
I tried to dress up a little nice for you. I didn't want to come up here looking like a schmageg. No, I wanted to treat you with a little bit of respect and not just come in here in jeans and a t-shirt. Yes, I dressed up nice. I have one gold chain, not this big piece of ostentatious gold. One little thing. Is that too bad? Is that bad? Am I a bad person?
What's happening with the latest girlfriend?
The latest girlfriend? Well, you've known that my wife left me a while back. The latest girlfriend?
Can't afford a girlfriend.
It's kind of tough in these days. No, you're right. You need a lot of money to have a girlfriend. You're absolutely right about that.
But you're not a fagala.
No, Dad. I'm not a fagala. Never have, never will be. Why you ever thought that, I don't know. But you did, and that was a wonderful thing to know that your own dad thinks that way of you. You could have asked first. Maybe instead of being judgmental about it, obviously thinking it was a bad thing, and what if I was? What would that have done with our dynamic? Would that have changed things? Would I be even less in your eyes than maybe I am now?
You're a good son.
I'd like to think so.
You're a good son.
I'm a good person. Isn't that what makes a good son? I try to do the right thing by everybody. What else can you expect out of a son?
Well, how old are you now?
48.
48?
Are you asking because you don't remember, or you just wanted to hear?
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. And no camper, no wheels, no girlfriend. By the way, what do you do for money? Honey? Tell me about the money.
I'm getting by. I'm getting by like I always have when I've
had
to.
Could you give me a specific job?
There's nothing at the moment. It's hard. As you know, when you get to be my age, they give a lot of the jobs that I'm qualified to do to younger people.
You've been working out, haven't you?
As I've always had.
Maybe I thought, when I saw you, I thought maybe you're managing one of those gyms. Maybe you own a gym. Maybe why don't you own a gym?
The reason why, I could own a gym.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
You're looking good.
Thank you. Wow, a compliment.
I want the best for my kids. And that's the reason I set up this meeting, because I got to tell you something.
Hit me.
Are you ready?
Hit me. I don't know if I'm ready, but
I told your sister that I was leaving what I have left to her, because you made up this life, like you're doing fantastic and what have you. What am I going to do?
What did I make up? Just because I wasn't telling you tall stories about what I was doing? We really haven't communicated that much. I haven't asked you for money. I try to respect you in that way of not coming in. Yes, I'm not proud of being at my age and not making money. You think I like that? You think I feel good about that? I know I'm capable of doing a lot more, but I think I've done a lot.
Thank God you haven't had children.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a good thing. How horrible. How horrible to keep this bloodline going, huh? Why, you think I wouldn't be a good father? Is that what you're insinuating? Do you think you're a good father?
The best.
What makes a good father?
Oh.
Because I'm curious.
You know what? I'm going to email you one of my resumes. But I'm afraid to.
You're going to email me
Yeah.
your resume as far as what your job or what qualifies one as a good father.
I'm going to send you a list of all the great people in the world who have told me who I am and why I am.
Are any of those
Have you
people?
got a list?
Are any of those people your son? Is that person on that resume?
No, it isn't.
What does that tell
No,
you?
my son isn't on that.
Wouldn't the person who's most qualified to tell you that be me?
Well, why don't we do this? I'll send you the resume and you put your name, you add your name. And do you have a phone number? I mean, if you got at least a post office box, or you're living in the camper.
My cell phone was in the camper when it was stolen, so no, I don't have a phone. So right now I'm just crashing at friend's house. There. So I can probably give you my friend's house where I'm staying where I can be reached. Pretty horrible, huh? A guy my age actually having to stay with a friend's house, on a floor, on a couch, wherever. How horrible. I guess that makes me a terrible person now. I am a good person. I've worked hard. I've done a lot of good
How
things.
much is that watch worth?
It's a Walmart
Is it a
watch.
fake?
No. What's a fake? It works. It tells time. I don't like ostentatious things. I don't need them. That's not what I am. If I had a lot of money, and the times that I did have a lot of money, and there were times like that, as much as you don't want to believe it, I did make money before. I never lived that high on it because that wasn't what was important to me. But if money is how you're going to judge me as a person, then I guess a drug dealer would be a better son.
I have a manifesto in my mind. It's called "The Buck Stops Here," meaning you're irresponsible. That's number 2.
I'm irresponsible. Why?
48 years old.
And
Where's the resume? Let me see what have you accomplished?
quite a bit. Things that you don't give me credit for. Like I said, what has to be on there for you to say, wow, I am impressed with this person, if it wasn't me? You know what I've done in the past. If it wasn't me, would you say, wow, this
Why don't
person
we
is...
order some food? Okay?
I don't know how hungry I am, but fine.
You're a good son.
I think so too. How about that? We agree.
Waiter! Waiter! Wow.
I want to get back to something you said a minute ago, what you were leading up to, what this meeting was all about.
Yeah.
You never quite spelled it out. So why don't we just, cut all the bullshit and all this tap dancing around each other and act like men? What were you trying to say?
Well, I was talking about responsibility.
And my lack thereof.
Yeah, you seem to. You have any friends?
Yes.
How many?
Is that how, are we going to count the amount of friends I have or the type of friends I have? I feel I have the type
Be my
of friends.
guest.
I have several friends that I think would take a bullet for me. I don't have dozens and dozens of acquaintances. I would much rather have the 1 or 2 close friends that I can count on instead of 1,000 people that know my name, know what I do, will say hi to me. They
You
pass
talk
me.
like this to everybody or just to me?
I talk to people when they feel. When I feel.
Can you slow it down a bit? I'm getting a headache. Relax.
Well, let me see. First, you.
Take a little yoga in your physical training.
As a matter of fact, that's something I've actually done recently.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Well,
But no, I talk to people in a certain way when I feel that they're
slower.
slower. Is this better?
Oh.
Are we
Is that
now?
how somebody antagonizes you a bit, you get all riled up?
When I'm being told I'm not a good son,
I didn't
I have
tell
nothing.
you were not a good son.
Have you said? What if, okay, first you say,
Oh, so you think-
you ask me if I have friends. What does that imply? What kind of question is that? Do you have any friends? Do you? Who can you count on if everything was gone to shit in your life? Can you get on the phone and call that person and say, I'm having a problem, talk to me, help me, be here? Who do you have?
If only your mother was alive.
I feel the exact same way. Would have been a lot different.
Well, you know, you were your mama's boy. When she left, I think that's when you started falling apart.
Falling apart. Of course, sure. Falling apart.
But I feel for you. I'm just trying to.
Thanks.
God, it's hell out there. You know. And but I did see you smile a couple of times there. I like that when you smile. But don't talk so fast after you open your mouth and smile. You know? I mean, somebody got you in good shape, and maybe I can get you, you know, help you a little bit there. When the waiter shows up, you have something to eat. Here, let me give you some money. Okay?
Are you sure? This isn't going to be like, are there going to be strings attached or conditions, or is this just you want to buy your son lunch?
I think I'll let you buy your own lunch. I'll talk to you soon.
That'll
okay?
work. All right.
I'll call you later. You got a cell phone?
I'll call you. I know how to get a hold of you.
You call me.
I'll call you.
All right. Take care.